Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Monopoly came out with an Avengers edition of the game. This is going to sell like hotcakes, right? Because Avengers is really, really, really hot. For the most part, the game is going to play like regular Monopoly. This is just Monopoly with Avengers slapped on it. The only difference is going to be the Children of Thanos. So instead of railroads, you're going to have Children of Thanos spots where the railroad spots would be. And when you go there, you have a roll off with them and you're trying to roll an exact number. It's really the only difference. So no railroads. Instead, when you get there, you're going to get bonuses for rolling a certain number. If you roll on a dice, and you have different... based on your gameplay, you'll have a number of re-rolls. That's pretty much it. The rest of it's going to be just really Monopoly. One weird thing about it is instead of buying property, you're buying people. Maybe some people won't feel as good about that as other people. It's just a weird concept that I'm buying these people on the board and paying rent for you to use them. It's just a weird concept. I also didn't like the little things that came with it that much. I wish they would have been people. I wanted to be Captain America or Iron Man. Instead, you're buying them around the board. So it was a little weird. Otherwise, it's a fine Monopoly set. If you like Avengers, you like Monopoly, match made in heaven. For everybody else, I think they'll want to skip this one. For us, I'm going to keep it because my daughter's a huge Avengers fan, and Monopoly is actually a game we play in the house and enjoy, and this is just as good as any version to have. So for us, it'll be a keeper, although I think most people will pass this one by. So this is Marvel Avengers Monopoly. I know you guys have been dying to see it. One thing I found kind of interesting is the choice here. You have Nebula on the front, but not Star-Lord. And you don't have Black Panther, but you have the Koei. Some of the choices here were kind of weird for Avengers. I'm not sure she was ever an Avenger. Was Nebula an Avenger? I don't know. It's kind of a weird choice for me, but I think they were trying to get some representation there on the front. You get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. And you can see it's a very nice looking set. So you have the different characters that you can be over here. You're going to have... they're like this gold pewter, maybe? I don't know. Sets that you have here. You're going to have the Patriot. It's kind of hard to tell. You have Thanos' glove. The Infinity Gauntlet. That is a playable character. It's really hard to kind of tell who some of these people are just by looking at this. I would have rather had pre-painted miniatures other than these. Here's the Incredible Hulk, I guess. But these are striking in the gold. You know, they're kind of neat looking. This is the Ant-Man. It's just kind of hard to tell who everybody is just by looking on here. I don't think they came out all that great. But if you like the gold look, that's pretty neat. You're going to see this right here is a picture of the cover you have. Then you're going to have regular houses and dice. Nothing was changed thematically for this. The money just has Avengers still dealing with paper money here. And then you have the cards that will have the properties or people you can own, which are problematic in of itself, right? You don't want to own people, right? But that's what you're doing this. Then you have the Infinity Gauntlet cards. And these are kind of cheap and thin. You know, it's Monopoly at the end of the day, so the components are not that great, if you ask me. Here's a rulebook for the Avengers. You can see a picture of the front again. You're going to open it up. You're going to have set up with a picture, which is really great for somebody who's never played Monopoly before. You can see the board spaces that you're going to have here. Everything's going to be pretty much the same. This little space right here, the Children of Thanos, will be a little bit different, where you're going to be battling them out for dice rolling. Otherwise, things have different names like Ultron and Hela, but really it's just luxury tax. You know, you're still going to jail, still blah, blah, blah. I mean, not a lot of rule changes here. I wish there would have been a section for these are the rule changes. But to be honest, it's really just the Children of Thanos is the only difference here. Everything else is just regular Monopoly. It's not a whole lot of changes. They do have a warning. Don't use any house rules. You want to keep it short. Rulebook was fine. I was able to pick up the game and understand it very easily. So I'm not going to go into this too much. You're going to have Avengers thrown up everywhere. Instead of buying properties, you're going to be buying people and superheroes and stuff. Maybe paying for their services. It's very odd. I mean, you can own Wong. You can own the Collector, who has no face for some reason. You can own Heimdall. You can own the Scarlet Witch. I mean, these are just weird things that you can own. And some of the characters, like Marie Hill, Shuri's in here, Iron Spider, you know, it is what it is, Star-Lord. Stonekeeper. So some of the things are kind of odd in here. The only real difference between... This is regular Monopoly. The only difference is instead of railroads, You're going to have the Cold Obsidian, you got Proxima Midnight, you got Glorious Glaive, and Ebony Maw. So what you're going to do is, when you get to those spots, you're going to roll a die and try to hit that number. So you're always going to be able to roll one die, and then each additional hero that you have, so each property that you own or person that you own, so let's say you own these people, I would get to roll those dice once, plus one for each hero, so 2, 3. And if I was doing Ebony Maw, I would try to roll a 4. 3 is a miss. I have 3 is a miss, and one more roll, 5 is a miss. Because I didn't roll a 4 on any of these, then I would have to pay $200. If I rolled it, then I would just kind of keep going. Otherwise, Stark Industry cards, which you're going to have this, like your Chance Community Service ones. Avengers have Return, now your Chance to go collect 200. I mean, these are pretty much verbatim the actual cards that you had in regular Monopoly. There's no fighting or battles other than these 4, the Children of Thanos that I've said that's going around, and there's no additional rules for it. It's the same thing, you're trying to bankrupt everybody else as you go. It's just Monopoly with the Avengers flair on it. That's it. Other than the fights that you can do at the 4 locations. Who should buy this game? Very easy. You like Monopoly? You like Avengers. Match made in heaven. Nobody else to apply. If you don't like the Avengers, find any other version of Monopoly. If you just want a Monopoly game, because this is just for Avengers fans, and you want to play Monopoly. That's it. For us, it's a keeper. My daughter's a huge Avengers fan, so why not keep this one in the house, because we like to play Monopoly? Fine with me. Keeper.